century barn. This barn has had quite a history. If we step back and look at it, this portion of the barn once sat where the new archival barn is today. So it was much closer to the house. In 1920, when the Wilbur family sold the Wilbur house out of the family to an Azorean dairy farmer named Manuel Dialmo, Manuel wasn't terribly interested in the house, but he wanted the land for his dairy farm and he wanted the barn. So he moved the barn to this location and added a new third to it. And because now it was going to be a dairy barn, he built it into a hill in the side of the landscape so the manure could go down into the basement and get carted out. Let's go in and take a look at the first floor of the barn. So this portion of the barn still has cow stanchions in it. Those white boards and with the brown rectangles in the middle, a cow would put her head through those brown boards and be sort of immobilized while she was being milked. So this is how dairy farming was done in the first part of the 20th century. The barn is really sort of a classic New England Historical Society collection of farming objects. It's a wonderful place to come explore. There's lots that we can learn here, but we do hope in the next few years to sort of reinterpret this space and make it a little easier and more enjoyable for visitors to learn about farming in Little Compton. So down here on this level, this first floor, we have an old ox cart that would have been used for farming. And one of its most important functions would be to go down to the seashore to gather seaweed, because seaweed was used very frequently as a fertilizer. I'm going to turn some lights on. We have other wagons in here as well. This is the C.R. Wilbur grocery wagon, donated by Wilbur's store. This is what the shopkeepers would use in order to deliver groceries to the different households in Little Compton prior to automobile travel. This very elegant carriage is a New York carriage that was used by Charles Edwin Wilbur, America's first Egyptologist. And he had it brought to Little Compton on one of his trips to visit his mother. So a very elegant carriage, probably unlike any other in Little Compton. And then finally, a more humble cart that a farmer might use to get his goods to market or take his family to church services on a Sunday. And again, another little miniature cart that were so common for children. Around the outside of the room, we have a variety of implements that were used by farmers. This is a giant tree trunk that's been hollowed out to serve as grain storage. This is a fascinating object. It is a treadmill that a sheep or a dog would walk on in order to power some sort of small machinery. And over here, more tools used by farmers. Almost everyone in Little Compton was a farmer, and almost every farmer also had another profession that they would do in addition to farming in order to earn money for their family. So this, for example, is a giant bellows used by a blacksmith. So you might be a farmer and a shoemaker, or a farmer and a blacksmith.